Matthew 26:31. Before I read this, we're in the Last Supper here. And he's told the disciples that one of them is going to betray him. Now he's going to be talking to the disciples and Peter. But I opened my Bible app a few days ago, and something popped out at me that I've experienced before, and I thought it was interesting. I'd never noticed this in Matthew before. Then saith Jesus unto them, All ye shall be offended because of me this night, for it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Peter answered and said unto him, Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. We've all heard that. Peter said unto him, Though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise said all the disciples. Then comes Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, Sit ye here a while. Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And he took Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here, and watch with me. This is where I get fourth watch from. We believe that when Jesus was praying in Gethsemane, it's kind of like, the Roman fourth watch is very late at night or early in the morning, depending on how you look at it. So Jesus goes away 3 different times and prays. He cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep. This is Matthew 26:40. And he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and said unto Peter, What? Could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray, that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. What's he telling to Peter? He already told Peter what he was going to do. The temptation to deny Jesus 3 times. When he warned Peter and took Peter with him, he expected Peter to watch and stay awake and pray that he wouldn't be tempted to deny him. That was an expectation. He warned Peter what he was going to do. He has warned me before. This is what I got from this. I'm like, wow. God has literally spoke to me and warned me of something that I was going to do and exactly how it would play out if I did that thing. And it happened to the T, just like he told me it was going to. He warned me so I wouldn't do it. He warned me so I would go and pray and I wouldn't be caught in temptation. And so I'm like, wow, he literally warned Peter and then expected Peter to stay up and pray with him. Jesus was praying about what he was going to experience, going to the cross to die. And, all of the disciples could have stayed awake and prayed. These are not your average everyday like office job guys that he picked. These guys were laborers. They were fishermen, a lot of them, and they were hard workers. And instead of staying up in the middle of the night and praying against temptation, because he says that all of them are going to scatter basically. And what do we find out later on? When Judas betrays him with a kiss, tons of men come to take Jesus. They all scatter, just like he said that it was going to happen. But he warned Peter, and we know that, Peter denies him 3 times and even starts cursing and acting like everybody else because they're saying, even your speech is betraying you. They're telling Peter later on that, hey, when he's standing outside from a distance, kind of watching, them talk to Jesus after Jesus has been arrested, even just Peter's speech, they're like, this guy's obviously been with Jesus too. He's definitely a disciple of Jesus because the way that he's speaking, he sounds like Jesus. So it's that closeness, that being taught directly by Jesus that is betraying him in that moment. So he has 3 opportunities. I played baseball most of my life, so I like to live in 3 strikes and you're out. And so we know that Peter denies him 3 times, and on the last time he starts cursing and cussing and trying to fool them into believing that, he's not a disciple of Jesus. And then the rooster crows. So I just thought it was, that popped out at me. I thought it was interesting. Um, I started thinking about that. I'm like, God, I wonder how many times that you've told me something and I convinced myself that it wasn't you. He gave me the number and I didn't like it. How many times have you talked to me and I convinced myself it was myself? How many times have you told me something or wanted me to do something and I just didn't listen? I convinced myself that it wasn't you. It was like, a little over 300 times. And I'm like, wow, how stubborn, how rebellious of me. It kind of hurt my feelings because, it didn't really hurt my feelings. I felt, sorrowful because that's a lot. How many people could have been affected in a positive way if I would have listened? But that just reminds me of that children's song back in the day from Sunday school. He's still working on me to make me the man I ought to be. He'll never stop working on me. He'll never stop working on you. But I thought that was kind of cool. I never really noticed that. I know I'm like, oh, he's warning Peter that he's gonna. Yeah, but he also expected Peter to stay awake and pray. Late in the night, away from everybody. When you're in your prayer closet at night, you're woken up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Go and pray. You don't know what's happening. It might be for you. It might be something that you're going to be facing. And he's trying to warn you. Or it might be for a sick relative that you didn't know is sick. It could be anything. Anything. For your kids, for your husband, for your wife, for your cousin, your mom and your dad. It could be for anybody. There's power in prayer. I'm sure that I'm not the only one. Obviously, he warned Peter. He's warned Kevin. I'm sure he's warned you of things. Sometimes we listen, sometimes we don't. It pays to listen. Your plan for your life, you think might be, you know, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm doing this, and nothing that you could plan will be better what he has for you. His timing is perfect. His ways are perfect. I heard Chuck Missler once say, speaking of, situations and temptation, and Chuck Missler said that God is outside of time. I'm like, okay, we all know that. Time doesn't exist where God is. When we look at our life, we only look at our life, you know. Just imagine your life as you drawing a line on a piece of paper. You can only see what's right there in the present. And you can kind of see, your past. But you're drawing a line on a piece of paper, right? We can only see what's in our present. We can't see the future. So our line is our life. We're just going through life. And we can look back and see the things we've done, learn from our mistakes, places we never want to go again, whatever. But God sees it as the line's already finished. He sees where it started and where it's going to end and everything in between. God is looking back. We're the ballpoint of the pen. We can only see what's right there, but God is seeing. Our line's already completed. He sees everything. He knows everything. And I just was kind of blown away by that. It seems a very simple analogy, but we grow up and we're taught God knows everything and he sees everything. But we don't really think I had never thought really too in depth with that, of thinking of it as like a line, drawing a line through space and time. And I'm like, wow, it just hit a little bit harder, I guess, with that analogy. But I've definitely experienced that. He's definitely warned me of things that I was going to do or that somebody else was going to do, and I didn't listen. And it was hard. It was hard to get through. Even before he warned you, he knew what you were going to do. He knew the decision that you were going to make. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I keep going straight? Do I not listen? Do I listen, but only halfway through the thing he warned me about? And I'm just like, man, come on. He literally told you how it was going to play out. He told you every little detail. Almost every little detail. It was very detailed. And I walked right into it. Broke both my legs. Not literally, but, metaphorically. I didn't listen. And I broke both my legs and I had to pay the price for it. Even though he warned me, just like he warned Peter. Just like he warned the disciples. Of course, we know that Peter would be developed into a great minister. Of course, we know that. I'm not bashing Peter. Who am I? Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool that he warned Peter. And I'm just rambling, so I guess I'm done for the day before my kids wake up and start requesting things of me. I love you guys. I know it's been a while. My personal life is very, very challenging. Seems like I'm being pulled in 1,000 different directions. I'm definitely going through the darkest part of the storm, but greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I love you. I pray for you guys. Everybody who watches this, share it, like it, send it to your dad, your mom, your cousin, your boss, everybody.
Thank you for watching, and Godspeed.